Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling.
Hello,
Hello,
my
my
ragtime
gal.
gal.
Alrighty, so
When pizza's on a bagel. Yeah, let's do this.
all right, so we have no Earthling questions, and we have how many questions from outside Earth?
A 1, a 2, a 3, 4. We have 4 actually.
4. Alrighty, Biscuit Slim, you ready for this shit?
Yeah, dude.
Let's do this.
All right. Well, this is question number 1. This is from Kalor from the Outpost Moons of Draven 3. Dear Slim, I grew up in a bustle of a core city, but I followed my partner to an outpost moon where life is slower. Now her family wants us to relocate even deeper into the frontier, far from the star lanes. She's excited, but I feel trapped in the void. Do I follow love or risk drifting back towards the city?
Now, I grew up in a small town. I grew up in a town, 1,500 people, and then when I went to college, I went to this town that had 30,000 people, and I'm like, I'm in the big city, y'all. Country living ain't for everybody, and I would say before you start talking about making moves to living out in the country, then that needs to be something that like you give like a legitimate trial. Because I moved back, not because, as an aside, I moved back to that small town in December 31st, 2020. And obviously by the date, you can tell like I wasn't going back there to that motherfucker because I wanted to, right? But I moved down there again and stayed there for 5 months. Essentially, I treated that as like a 5 to 6 month deployment. Like there wasn't a whole lot of entertainment. Luckily, like I had internet. There was no issues with that. But I had to drive 30 minutes one way for a grocery store. There was literally nobody around me on the fucking, like on dating apps or anything like that. Like I just could not fucking, there's just nobody around. It's a rural town, dude. So I felt like socially, like I was just like a fish out of fucking water. And then it was like COVID and shit too. So like I had nowhere to really go. Hell nah, man. I mean, I never tell a motherfucker what to do, but you just gotta know what's right for you.
Yeah.
Being in the city, I love being in the city. I love it, man. I want to go, like, if it's fucking 10:30 at night and I want to go do something, whatever it is, and just go to the store, I want that motherfucker to be open. Some people don't realize about, like the town that I grew up in, everything closed at 9 o'clock. Like, you were fucking, if you ain't got it at 9 o'clock, you're not going to get it unless you drive 30 minutes. And,
That's true.
Some stuff like that's not, like, for everybody. Like, that requires a certain amount of planning. And then, but another thing that, like, I thought that, like, I found that the country to be very, very grounding. Like, you go down there, man, there's no more light pollution. You see every goddamn star in the sky. And you go down there and you just, what's that fucking sound? It's crickets. What's that? After a rain, it's like, you think of it when you're down there, sometimes like it might be fucking annoying, but when you're in a city and it rains and you're like, damn, I can't hear the bullfrogs. That's a crazy, I don't know if that makes sense to you, but like for folks who grew up out in the middle of nowhere, dude, the day it rains, that night is gonna be loud as fuck. Like all the frogs out there.
Yeah.
So that's a good frog.
That was pretty good.
Actually,
that was solid.
Thank you. A lot of people think frogs black ribbit. They don't say that.
come
But
up
so
with that line.
there's balance, man. But um, parts of me like just sometimes wishes I could live in a small town. For me, like personally, like just being by myself, I would love
Mm.
to be just like somewhere in a fucking small town. But like, what do I need? I need fucking high speed internet. So that motherfucker can't be that. It can't be that remote, right? So, like I need high speed internet not just so I can like stream and fucking shit like that, but like literally so I can do my job that I remote work from home from. There
I
was a
mean,
time where I thought like cunts like Elon Musk was gonna like, do shit like that. Like with Starlink, but like I'll never fucking give that motherfucker my credit card number now.
yeah. I wouldn't trust them either. I mean, I'm assuming with the ILN, like once you're part of the ILN, they will probably have some sort of internet even in those outposts. But it would still be very desolate, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I also think the issue goes a little deeper, you know what I mean? Because aren't relationships about like compromise?
Yeah, right?
And it seems like this dude is constantly bending over backwards, you know what I mean? There needs to be some sort of give and take. It can't just all be give, right? I don't know. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, what do they say? Well, like, what's the sign of a good deal when both sides are miserable? So, I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of compromise. I don't know. Like, it just seems that's sacrificing a lot. That's your happiness. If you're going to be in a place you can be comfortable, because you could be there for years at a time. So, yeah.
That's a great point. So, I guess, the TLDR, Biscuit Slim?
Too long didn't read.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't do it? You will go back to the
I
city?
wouldn't. I say I'm like, look, I ain't gonna go down there in them boonies. Whatever, you go down there and do them boonies. What if they don't like this type of alien down there?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I didn't even think about that.
I didn't even think about that.
He goes to the little, he goes to the
Good
store.
point.
There's a couple of fellas sitting up there in some overalls. One of them's got his thumbs on the inside of his overall. He ain't got no shirt on up under it.
And all of a sudden,
now he asked him like, "Oh, I'm looking for some directions," and then the alien just spits on the, on the ground. I don't know what they call the ground out there. Just spits like.
it's back the way you came from.
You look like you're lost, pal. No, they wouldn't say pal. They'd probably say something like boy.
Oh God, dude. Racist alien sounds awful. Because I feel like even like in a civilized alien society where even there was like a federation of to have like backwater like fucked up aliens, right? Like I feel like you couldn't prevent that from happening. I would assume.
I would assume too, you know what I mean? I feel like there's always going to be some species that thinks that they're somehow superior to the next. I'm not justifying it. I'm saying it's wrong,
Same.
but I'm saying it probably does exist.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to go to that part of space. Ever, you hear me?
Keep me in cities. Are we ready for the second question?
Ooh,
Yeah.
So you got to think about who lost like the biggest war in space, right? Those would be the guys who would be the space races. They would be the space Confederates, and that would be the motherfuckers that lost the Death Star.
Got them right.
Dude, in Star Wars, they have the Confederacy of Independent Systems. Star Wars is really a documentary, really. It's not entertainment, it's a documentary. This happened a long time ago.
According to the ILN, I don't know.
Where did it happen at?
in a galaxy far, far away.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Like in the future, or
No, it's a long time ago.
that's probably why we haven't really heard from it.
Yeah, we haven't done any like studies yet.
On such like some I don't know, like the history behind such myths and legends.
That's exactly what I was going to say. These are legends right now. They haven't been confirmed, but these are stories that have been going around for ages, so we can't confirm them.
Millennia.
So, are we ready for question number 2?
All right.
All right. So this is the second question. It's from Elvera and Threx from the ancient spires of Vanon. Dear Slim, we lived in the same starlit spire for over a century, but the neighborhood has changed. New trade ports and younger settlers are moving in. Our historic home is crumbling, and we can barely maintain it. Do we sell to a new family and drift away, or hold on to the legacy even as it fades?
So this is a NIMBY. Well, this is what this sounds like, a NIMBY. Somebody watching their neighborhood change.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. I'm
Like,
watching my neighborhood change. Black people are moving in?
I feel like they're willing, like maybe like they're just, I don't know, like they're scared, but like they're willing.
What they need. Yeah, they're talking about black people are moving in.
Maybe not black people, but I don't know if there's black people in space.
They say their historic home crumbling. Like, is it crumbling because of the new people moving in, new species, or is it just an old home?
It's an old home.
Yeah, dude.
It's an old home.
Man.
They're old and they can't keep up with the house.
This sounds like somebody thought that they was fucking calling in to like Rush Limbaugh.
Oh my God. Cosmic, are you good?
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious. I think they contacted the wrong
Yeah, man.
What would you say to this couple? What would you say to this couple though? Now that they're watching the show.
Plus, Rush Limbaugh is dead, so rest in peace.
Rest in piss.
Rest in piss.
Oh man, we need like a rest in piss section every time somebody we don't like dies. Or maybe just like we all, I don't know, say rest in piss at the same time.
1, 2, 3. Rest
in piss.
But what would you say to this couple?
Cash out while you got good equity. Take that money. Put it in some type of you don't have a big appetite for risk at your old ass age. So take that money, buy into like a 55 plus community. They have a lot of them in like Las Vegas and Florida and shit like that. But like look at a townhome or an apartment style community.
On Earth?
Dude, on Earth, dude, like come on down to fucking what's that city in Florida that's got all the STDs?
Oh shit!
The villages.
The villages.
Yeah, the villages.
Move into the villages.
You have a good disguise.
A place like that, and then you fucking, just don't bring none of your intergalactic STDs down here. Because we already dealing with super gonorrhea. It sounds like some shit that came from outer space, don't it?
It
super
does.
Gonorrhea? Yeah, it sounds like
scary.
A villain. Like Lord Xenu. Sounds like a wrestler too, like a luchador.
That's spooky.
So yeah, man, you gotta fucking go ahead, find some get your cash out, get your equity out of that house that you can, and don't try to be no slumlord. Just don't sell it to BlackRock. Be willing to if you really want to, care about this world, Don't sell it to those cunts, and sell it to somebody who actually fucking needs a fucking home.
That's a good point. Fuck BlackRock.
You wanna know what's fucking weird?
What's up?
Um, a couple of months ago, maybe a month ago, I forget. A motherfucker thought he was finna go shoot up the NFL headquarters.
Oh yeah.
But he accidentally shot the Blackstone CEO or the BlackRock CEO.
Wait, so it was an accident?
Yeah, he was trying. He thought he had CTE, and he played football at some level, and he wanted his brain to be
Scanned? Or like most humorous.
Yes, studied pretty much.
Yeah, but he shot the BlackRock CEO, and then wait. Blackstone executive. So who was he? Wesley LePatner, a 43-year-old Blackstone Group executive who led the firm's real estate investment trust business, was among those killed in a mass shooting at 345 Park Avenue in Manhattan on Monday.
Goddamn.
It wasn't the CEO, but he was an executive. And it wasn't BlackRock, it was Blackstone.
Blackstone is the weapon one?
Blackstone is they do real estate too, okay. I'm assuming. So yeah, get your fucking money out. Go ahead and head out and go have fun, man. Go somewhere where, like, go get you a townhouse in a little in a 55 plus community, and then you ain't gotta fucking worry about, none of the maintenance as far as like the yard, shit like that. You got a little community center. You can go do some water aerobics. Shit. Look, I love it when old people be going to, like, you ever look at like a senior citizen fitness thing, dude? They'll be like, one of their things will be like stretching.
And Tai Chi.
Like, yeah. Like, I bet. That's the workout. But yeah, they need to do stuff like that, man.
Yeah, do that. Instead of just letting the house go to waste.
Yeah, how does that sound?
All right.
Alfera Rex.
Next question.
All right, this is our next question. It's from Zaylon from the Crystal Rings of Vedra. Dear Slim, I want to dedicate my life to making others laugh in the star halls, but my family insists comedy isn't a real path. They say I should return to mining like the rest of them. My passion burns bright, but their disapproval has been heavy. How do I follow my calling without losing my kin?
Well, the thing is, I mean, you got to realize, like, parents seen you came into this world, and unless you just a fucking truly generational fuck up, I'll tell you this, man. When your parents are like, or, the people in your life don't want you to do something, like, if this is something that keeps coming back to you, like, if this seems like the way for you to go, you just got to fucking go do it. Because I'll tell you one thing, parents ain't going to ever stop loving you. Parents ain't going to ever abandon you. And, but they may try to strong arm you. Like, they may withhold support to kind of get you to do stuff that they want you to do. But you just got to fucking go do your own thing and live for yourself, man. And, you'll be all right. Like, you go out, like, you leave and go do your own thing. Like, you got to understand, like, you got to fucking prepare yourself for, like, when you hit the rough spots, it's like weird. You like, yo, do I talk to these motherfuckers about it? Yeah, you gonna talk to them about it. And then they're gonna they ready to tell you, I told you so. So you gotta be ready to hear it. You know what I mean? And then you just gotta fucking you just gotta give it your all and just understand that, like, Just this is truly the way you want to go, then you just do it.
Yeah.
And just know that like if you find some type of whether you find some type of success or not, or however you want to measure it, them people ain't gonna ever stop loving you. Just because they might disapprove of something that you're doing, like they ain't gonna ever stop loving you. And if you find yourself, and what you'll pretty much figure out, like once you get out there and you are doing the thing that you want to do, you're never gonna stop thinking about them, even if you're not talking to them as frequently. Once you get out there, you'll find that you are so satisfied of doing what you want to do. The feeling of fulfillment of chasing your own thing, it kind of eases the sting of maybe not having the support that you wish you had. There is something about trying. Like, it literally, like, every time I've done some shit, like, even if it ends up kind of fucking up in the end, man, those, like, when you are giving it a fucking real go, there's something about that shit, man. And if you end up making your way, maybe it doesn't look like how you wanted it to look when you set out. Maybe you go out there to fucking just study comedy, and you end up just being friends with a motherfucker who didn't want to go move out in the boonies or whatever. Like, you're gonna find that you're gonna cross paths with all kinds of people. But if you make your way, you'll find, man, that you're gonna find other people there, like, that are supportive. And then eventually you're gonna see that those parents and those family who maybe weren't so verbally supportive, they'll come around.
Yeah.
That's a solid advice.
Yeah. Plus, I think to me, it also comes down to like personal fulfillment. Like, you don't want to have that regret later in life. Like, damn, I should have tried. I wish I wasn't so controlled by like the fear of others.
Yep.
You know, like, try, you know what I mean? Like, it's something you don't want to live with that regret. You know, you don't want that kind of weighing over you. Like, fuck, I should have done something.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I totally agree with that shit. You don't want to live with regrets.
Yeah, you don't want no regrets. I mean, you don't want regrets.
You don't want regrets. Regurgitations.
Oh.
And I believe we have one more question.
Yeah, this is the fourth and last question of the night.
I'm gonna walk the dog after this. And I mean, I'm gonna actually walk the dog. Masturbating.
Oh, I thought it was a euphemism. Damn it.
Me too. Oh, okay. Thank God.
All right, so this is from Sailra from the trading docks of Zareth. Dear Slim, I work with the league installing hyperlanes, but contracts end quickly, and I fear being stranded without direction. My partner supports me, but I feel like I'm drifting job to job with no star to follow. How do I find stability without losing momentum?
You gotta think about you gotta think about how, like, you want your money to grow up. That's what I hear. So anytime people talking about stability, you talk about money. Because I'm gonna tell you something, man. Nothing ever made me feel more stable than having money in my pocket. And you live in a capitalist country, like, if you got money, you're gonna be all right. Like, I don't mean you need to be rich, but if you got money for your level to satisfy your needs, you're gonna be all right. So, to answer the question, the way I look at this shit, I always revert back to the Maslow. Refresh the question again. Oh, stability, right? How do you find stability?
Yeah, without losing momentum.
You got to think about what's important to you. And usually what's important for most people, like at first, before you start going too far, is that you have to secure those essentials. You have to make sure you're eating. You have to make sure you're sleeping. You got to make sure you have somewhere to stay at and cook the goddamn food. So you got to make sure you got like a solid housing option. And whatever your house, like what suits your needs. Is it just a roof over your head? Is it your own roof over your head? Figure out, like, that's what you need. But you can't do shit if you don't have somewhere to fucking stay. So that's why I don't give a fuck what your bills line up like. I don't think a mother like I don't pay shit. Like even symbolically, I don't pay shit until I pay the rent. I pay that one first. Like get that shit locked down, and then now you can start fucking thinking about some other shit. You're like, well, they cut the lights off in this motherfucker. I don't know. I'll get to fucking go to bed early. I don't know. But at least you got somewhere to stay. But then you got to start stacking your money, man. And your money needs to be like, you need to go from being check to check and let your money grow up. And you need like your money needs to be 30 days old. Like you need to have that money in your account that you're paying bills out of. It's from money that you made last month. And you will know the difference between that shit is if your ass is getting ready to pay the bill. When you getting ready to pay the bills, or you waiting to get paid, or you just waiting to pay the bills. Like, what if I just want to pay the rent on the first? So it lines up in my app. That's what I do, my budget app. So like, but if I'm waiting till that shit hit my account, that mean ain't nothing hit my account since last week. My money ain't 30 days old. My money's, or since the last pay period, that was 2 weeks ago, my money's 14 days old. I'm living check to check. So you need you gotta be like, I don't know how to calculate the money.
I'll drink to that.
Age of money. But that for me, like stability has always been when I have found some type of like freedom from debt, or like the first time that I got an emergency, like I had like 6 months of emergency savings. When I was doing that contract gig, like, that money stacked fast if you don't fucking spend it. So it was like, I'm months ahead on bills actually. So it's just really just like, man, how you fucking how you carry it, I guess, like what's important to you. So I would just say, but you pay your rent, try to keep your fucking like housing shit 30% of your take home. No, is it your take home or your gross? I can't remember. But one of the things I do though is I look at the money. I look at like when my paycheck hits my account. Like I automatically look at I just do times 0.20 because I wanna see, can I put 20% of this in savings? So then I started looking at where I gotta divvy it out because I'm trying to get the age of my money up too, right? So I'm trying to see how long I can fucking all right, if I take 20% of this out, go ahead and throw that over in savings. Do I have enough to pay what I need to pay now? And yeah. I'll say I've been a lot less anxious since I did that. Like since I got to this point where I'm just like, my money's growing up a little bit.
That's really good advice.
With this person, there's also the added stress that their partner supporting them financially, or is it just like emotional support?
It might just be emotional because I feel like although the money is very good, I feel like because it looks like it's installation from start to start, so I think the partner has to be traveling with her.
So that was my question, because when I first read it, I read, my partner supports me, and I was like, is that financial? Because that adds another stressor to the whole situation.
No, it supports emotionally, I believe.
Gotcha. Okay. Because then it becomes a pride situation for some people. Some people can't have their partner supporting them. So I'm not saying for me. I'm saying for some people.
No, I'm cool like that.
Yeah, I'm cool like that. I don't mind. But I'm saying some people out there have a problem with that.
Does
if any
also,
computers want to support me.
Also, it's during in between those contracts. I guess if it's secure having those contracts, I guess finding something in between. right?
You know,
That was
when I was doing that contract shit, dude, I have a lot of regrets. Now, that, like I said, dude, that was good money. I do have some regrets though, man. Like I came home 2 months, and then like at first I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna work while I'm at home. I'll get like, maybe I'll do like Uber deliveries or some shit like that." And then, dude, you find out like what those motherfuckers make. You start looking at like, well, what am I making over there? And you're like, I don't know, man. It don't seem like it's even worth the hassle. Like
Yeah.
dealing with somebody, like you're like, I don't, But I regret that I just sat around fucking basically, dude, like living a life of opulence. Like it was basically like being independently wealthy. It was like when I was at home, dude, I was just at the crib. Like I woke up. So what time you getting up today? Like I used to get up. I had a girl that was like, she basically lived with me. And only reason I was up in the morning time is because she was getting up to go to work. So I'd see her off.
Yeah.
I stayed up all night drinking.
You should be up in the morning cooking breakfast.
Or something.
Yeah, like our friend Bob Rubbin Little Sis said.
You know what? No shade though to myself, but if I had been up cooking breakfast, I would have still had that motherfucker.
Maybe, but it's
She might have.
there's no there's
No. I should have just been up cooking breakfast. She was too fine.
there's no
No what ifs.
spoiled milk or something
never
like
mind.
that. Oh my!
say there's no what ifs.
You missed the story
Damn it! What story did I miss?
of my coffee story today.
You
Well, look,
spill it
y'all.
all over yourself?
I'm gonna go walk the dog.
And this
then I'll
has
be-
been Dear Slim.
Are you gonna be back?
Yeah, I'll be back.
Yeah, fuck yeah,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
All right, ciao.
Ciao,
Ciao.
y'all.
Choose, juicy.
So, dude, like we've been drinking
Dude.
instant Folger. We got some really good answers this time. They were like more
I was gonna say
deep questions, I guess.
these were answers from the heart. I think they came from experience. Also, I think Biscuit put a lot of his personal experience into these answers. So
Absolutely.
I think there was a certain intimacy to a lot of these answers. But go on. You can say you drink instant Folgers.
Instant coffee, and like it would make my grandmother and I like gag type of shit for some reason.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then,
God.
So we bought Nescafe, and my mom bought Nescafe, but it was like cinnamon, and we didn't know it was cinnamon. So she bought like 2% milk for me, and dude,
Yeah.
I got the hot water, 1 spoon of coffee, 2 spoons of sugar, mix it with the hot water, then mix it with the milk, and like it did this weird thing with the coffee, and I was like, I think it's a cinnamon. I tasted it, and it tasted very sharp, and I was like, the cinnamon is really weird, dude. And then I was like, taste this, and then my mom tasted it, she's like, it tastes interesting, and then I was like, it was like, maybe it's the milk. And then I smelled it, and 2% milk doesn't smell like anything. It's like, huh. Dude, I took like a chug of it. Dude, I'm gagging. Just thinking about it right now,
You're
dude.
making me gag just thinking about it. Dude, was it the milk?
It was the milk, dude. Even though like the fucking date is not even done, like, dude, it was the bad milk, dude. I fucking drank a little bit of the milk, dude. It was the milk, dude. It was bad milk.
Dude, my mouth is watering right now. Not because it sounds appetizing, but because it's so gross. Oh my god.
Dude, yeah, dude. Even though it wasn't bad, like, even though the day wasn't bad, dude, it was bad milk, dude.
Oh my god, that is so gross.
So I had to use I made another coffee thing with my grandmother's and mom's milk, and it was way better.
With my mom's milk?
No, ew.
Oh my god.
That sounds gross. Sorry. The milk that my mom and my grandmother buy.
With mother's milk? Oh.
Freudian slip of the week. God damn it.
Oh, damn it. You're back to back with the getting off, and now
dude, god damn
I made a coffee with my mom's milk.
They drink highly pasteurized milk. What's the brand? Fucking I forgot what it is. It's Lactate.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, is that for lactose intolerant people?
I think so, but they drink they're not lactose intolerant, but they still drink it regardless. So nobody's here for the movie. So should we just play something else?